Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie is a romantic comedy series that looks into the relationship of Yu Izumi and Shikimori. They seem like an ordinary high school couple. However, Yu Izumi has some terrible bad luck, and he makes it known many times. Shikimori, though, kind of balances it out, as she's someone who can help or save Izumi from any types of danger due to her background in certain activities such as sports and karate. You can guess by Shikimori's backstory that before high school she was kind of a tomboy, but she always was someone who stood up for others, who couldn't stand up for themselves. And she started dating Izumi probably because of that reason. Also because she got obsessed with the shoujo manga. Izumi, on the other hand, to be quite honest, there's not much to talk about with Izumi. It's just that he's super unlucky. He has to point out every single time like it's not obvious enough. I mean, I get it. I mean, you would have thought that Toma was annoying with the luck thing and index, but geez, you have this guy right here. At least he's dating the most popular girl in the school. And the second most popular girl, I got a crush on him. Kamiya is another character that gets interested in Izumi. She's pretty similar to Shikimori in terms of activities, but in terms of personalities, they're complete opposites, as Kamiya is more reserved compared to Shikimori's chipper attitude. It's a good choice for a love triangle, but it didn't feel as effective due to two things: Izumi already being with Shikimori, and Kamiya not getting a lot of screen time to begin with. Fortunately, we got to know more about her down the line as she talks about her insecurities and singling herself out from everybody in her school. Again though, the two main characters are already in a relationship, so it's kinda hard to develop her from that, so it seems like her character arc is over. We also have the rest of Izumi and Shikimori's clique, involving Nekozaki, who's a more aggressive Shikimori, Hachimitsu, who's kind of the comedy relief of the show, and Inuzaka, who's Universe 6 Bakugo. Due to the show's nature, they don't get much development. However, Hachimitsu kind of got her own episode dedicated to her in the vestibule, so there is some of it in that department. Now I'm going to take the remaining time to talk about, I'm not going to say the main issue that I have, but it's an issue that everybody else has with this anime. Now the base of a romance anime is pretty basic. It's two main characters that become friends, and even though there's some conflict in between, they later on become a couple because of all they've been through. And the thing that's so important with that relationship is the build-up on its own. And that is why so many of the viewers are so invested into romance anime. That being said though, there are three issues I want to go over with Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie, and the reason why it's not up there with the big romance animes. The first one is not really an issue, it's just how they did it with these two already being a couple. It's never really a bad thing to look into a relationship while they're already in a couple. It's just that the build-up, as I was saying before, is already spent. But there are ways to manipulate it in a way where you can have some type of conflict or something, or have these two not really know much about each other. It just so happened that they liked each other and started going out because of it. But this brings it to the second issue, the history of the relationship. Although it's cute the way that they met and everything, it seems like they had a whole year to get to know each other. And the viewers don't even get to know the history until the end of the season. But I do have to give it up for the two main characters, well, mainly Shikimori, because Yu Izumi is not that good of a main character. But Shikimori is definitely the one that kind of carries the show alongside Kamiya in some sort of way. I can definitely say she is the one that keeps the show more interesting. But here's the third issue. There are no supporting characters that help her out with that. Mainly like the main clique characters, none of the family members. The family members are fine. But to show an example, the reason why Horimiya was so successful even though the two got together early, it's because the supporting characters were doing stuff in the background that kept the viewers invested. And I mean, the main clique is fine. We got to know some of their history, but it's only how they met the two main characters. I want to know more about Nice Bakugo 226. I'm being real. But these are the three main issues that the audience has with this show, and at times made me want to fall away from this show. And I actually kind of like this show. Overall, I'm giving it a 2.75. I mean, it's not a bad score, but it's not a good score either. Because along with the issues I stated before, it's still a generic show with not a lot of substance with it. But please do not let my score affect your opinion whatsoever. This is not any official review. I am not working for anybody. I'm not Mother's Basement. I'm not trying to force you to not watch an anime. If you haven't watched it before, go ahead and watch it. Tell me how you feel, and then we can meet up another time. But today, this is the review of Shikimori is not just a cutie, and I'll check you guys later. Deuces.